He's a murderer.
Hello everybody.
Hi.
My name is Darren.
And yes, and I'm Graham.
And we have seen the film Eddie the Eagle.
Yeah, we did, didn't we? We saw it.
Tell us the story of Eddie the Eagle, Graham.
Story of Eddie Eagle is a true story, and it's a real story, mostly.
What's the difference between a true story and a real story?
Well, a true story is the one where... Oh, it doesn't matter. Anyway, we haven't got the time to get into all that.
Okay.
But a man starts off as a child in the...
As most men do, unless you're Benjamin Button.
And basically he wants to be an Olympian, and it doesn't matter what, really. He just wants one of them little medals. So
Yeah, a shiny little trinket.
So his mum doesn't just make him a medal, you know, and satiate those needs.
Yeah, and then slap him.
Those desires, yeah. She kind of encourages him, basically, to keep trying all these different things. Sort of. And,
well, she just seems like a really responsible parent. Just lets her kid go out and get twatted in the face left, right and centre with sticks and stones and string and whatever else.
Yeah. And other things that will break your bones, like words.
Well, that seems to be what hurts him most.
It does.
From his dad, usually.
He doesn't learn, though, does he?
No, he doesn't seem... So, well, this is my biggest problem with the film. Did you like the film?
Are we doing spoilers?
Well, what's to spoil? It's a true story.
And a real story.
Well, we'll go on then. Because I think it's a true story, so...
Alright, spoilers. He wins one in the end. Anyway, go on.
What?
It doesn't...
No, he doesn't.
Yeah,
he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't win any medals. He just competes.
No, he wins.
What? No, he doesn't. He wins the British record because nobody's ever done it before. He doesn't win in the competition.
Yeah.
You need to understand these very simple films a bit better in future.
I was too busy getting it all enveloped in the emotion of the story.
To follow minor things like what's going on.
Did he win or not?
Yeah.
And he did.
I didn't.
But not a medal.
I found that occasionally, what's his face, Taron Egerton was a little much.
Really?
Yeah, the tics and stuff, I didn't need him, and the stupid jutting out chin.
Are you kidding me? I mean, surely isn't that true to the character? That's the whole
but it's
point.
still distracting, isn't it?
Maybe.
Just play the spirit of the character rather than trying to, like, do
No,
it.
Because it's a biopic, isn't it? Sort of thing.
Well, that's fine. Lots of things are biopics that take liberties.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure, you know...
can embody the essence of a person without trying to sort of spazzy yourself up like them.
Yeah, okay, so the film about Stephen Hawkins and the film...
Well, it's a bit different because that is about his disability. This isn't about
the Danish...
Eddie the Edwards Eagle's jutty out chin.
Yeah, but did you see the pictures of him at the end?
No, don't get me wrong. I can see why Taron Egerton went for that. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah, they're trying to keep it true to the character is the point.
But you don't... but it's distracting and it seems false. It seems false.
So what about... did you watch any of the many Steve Jobs films?
I saw the one with Michael Fassbender, it was phenomenal.
So did he not play off some of his little...
No, he looks nothing like him.
I'm sure he stands there quietly every now and again.
Well, he might take on his
character does. Exactly, what do you mean? Oh, he takes on his mannerisms,
it's like,
but Taron Egerton or Egerton or whatever.
Two things that chin reminded me of. Firstly, Keira Knightley in A Dangerous Method, which was that chin may as well have had a second supporting role after her because it was more eye-catching than she was. And secondly, and had a greater body mass. And secondly... Derek from the Ricky Gervais thing, and you just think that's what it reminded me of. It was like he was playing Derek. Yeah, exactly. And so you kind of what was the original?
That's not the point, though. I mean, that's the what? Hang on.
You said the best one with Fassbender as Steve Jobs. He doesn't do an impersonation. He doesn't look anything like him.
And what kind of ratings did that film get?
5 stars, pretty much everywhere.
Anyway, that's not the bit. Enough about that film. So, you know, about Macbeth, you know, I'm sure...
Macbeth? There's no real person.
Fassbender probably took on his mannerisms.
There's no real Macbeth.
There is a Macbeth in the lore.
In the lore?
Lore. Yeah, like the story of Macbeth has certain aspects to it, of which...
Right.
And the guy will have, he's taken on the aspect of him. Mm-hmm. We saw Paddington the other day, you know. That's got a long history, and the character that they...
I think it's okay for Ben Whishaw to look like a bear in Paddington.
He took on all those mannerisms.
Yeah, that's fine. In that case, that's fine. In Steve Jobs' case, it's okay that he put some glasses on. In the case of this one, it was a bit distracting.
That's not all he did.
What else did he do?
He did all sorts of things. I haven't
seen it.
No, but I know that he probably stood around looking pensive and stuff like that.
Yeah, when they said in this movie he needs to ski down the 90 metre slope, I wasn't sure if he meant the giant hill or his chin. That's my joke.
Is that on the blog?
I haven't read one. Might do. So anyway, what else did you like or dislike? Because I think that chin was at a negative point.
You just got to think against chins, I think.
What other chins do I dislike other than the two I
You
mentioned?
said mine's quite big.
It is pretty big.
I cover it up with a beard.
Hugh Jackman.
What about him?
Did you think he was any good?
Is what?
Did you like Hugh Jackman in this movie?
Oh, yeah, he was really good. He was really good. I liked him, the American.
Is that because you fancy him?
Even though he's an Australian. He's lost a lot of weight for this film, I think, hasn't he?
From what?
Being Wolverine, where he's dead big and
Well,
muscly.
he's not muscle. I know there was the bit where he started to fight and they knocked him out and just thought then.
Yeah,
Nobody's knocking
how much
him
did
out.
you get paid for that?
Yeah. Look at how big you are. You couldn't knock him out in one go.
Yeah. Who is that guy though?
I think he looks like the blonde guy that punched him. I think he just looks like every villain from an 80s action movie.
Yeah,
and that's what you're confusing him with.
Maybe.
Every 1980s terrorist.
Yeah, maybe. But otherwise, yeah, it was really good.
It was directed by Dexter Fletcher.
Yes, I don't know what he's done.
Dexter Fletcher? You don't know who Dexter Fletcher is?
Not really.
Oh, well, he
I've
directed...
heard the name, but
He
I don't
previously directed Wild Bill, which is better than this, and Sunshine on Leith, which I have not seen, which was the Proclaimers musical. And he is the actor who you might recognise as Soap from Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels.
know. Oh, right. No, I don't know.
Oh, he's quite famous.
No.
Oh, I was going to say about Hugh Jackman, there was that time you googled Hugh Jackman's penis for some reason.
It came up in conversation.
No, it came from conversation that you'd done it. It didn't come up in conversation for you to do it.
No, it came up in conversation that celebrity penises. And I was just saying how I'd seen one where he was running on the beach. And it
How did you see that one?
Again, I just came across it.
I bet you did. So you like this movie?
It was okay, yeah. It's certainly, fun, but it doesn't.
It's not gritty.
It doesn't peak or trough, really.
That's ironic.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Exactly. Well,
What,
yeah.
I mean,
Sort
does it
of.
peak or trough?
Well, the story kind of goes. So this is the start of the film here.
Yeah.
It goes kind of like. Ooh,
Well, I think it's just a
wiggle,
classic
wiggle,
underdog
wiggle,
story,
wiggle,
isn't it?
wiggle, and then
Like it
at
follows
the end.
that formula to the T.
Yeah.
Just before you think he's not going to do it, he does do it, kind of thing.
No, but you never actually think he's never going to do it
Well, I know
he's
because
all
we've seen
the
it
way
many
through the
times, so
film.
you could argue that
Yeah.
this film is cliched as far as the underdog narrative goes.
Yeah, maybe.
Hmm.
But I said as we were going out this film that Hugh Jackman's reference to ski, downhill, ski jumping or whatever, being like sex, was how this film was.
You thought this film was like sex?
The way he describes it, yeah.
The way Hugh Jackman describes this film?
Sex.
The way you thought that sex is like the way Hugh Jackman describes sex?
Yeah. What? What?
What are you saying?
Yeah, like sex is the film is towards how Hugh Jackman sees sex is how the story of this, or the progression of this film.
So in the film, Hugh Jackman describes the skiing thing as like sex, and you think his description of sex as being like the skiing also applies to this film too.
Yeah, I think that's kind of an intentional thing.
Explain that.
Oh, it's just you have to watch it to
Well,
get.
you can't just bring up a point and then make me spend 20 minutes trying to reiterate what the hell you're talking about and then not explain it.
So basically, he's saying how you start off and then you build up the rhythm and stuff like that, and then it gets to the climax and stuff like that. That's how he describes it. It's not how I do it. Ugh.
I climax first, then it doesn't matter after that.
Get that out of the way. That's the important bit.
Get that, because it's pressure off then, isn't it?
yeah. It's too much pressure to have fun.
Yeah.
On the lead up, so just have all the
Unlike
fun.
skiing, the only way is up from here.
Yeah. So basically, but yeah, but that's what he said, because at the start it's all a bit slowish, I think, for the
What were you
first
hoping would
maybe
happen?
half of the film.
I did, yeah. What were you hoping? Yeah.
It's really raining. And no, but just something a bit more fast paced, and then
It's pretty fast paced.
he
grows up
No, I think
About
okay.
22 years in the first 10 minutes.
Not fast. It's fast paced in that
Faster than a sea
in
monkey.
time, but it's not. But it's not. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Well, it just should have been.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
I'm saying that should have been more kind of dramatic moments. There was nothing truly
that's
kind
true.
of
I was never really.
engrossed.
But I really liked
I really
it.
enjoyed
And
it. It was
the
a
bit
really
where,
nice story.
their skiing looked really cool down the slopes.
Until they got the CGI little model people in, I thought they were just way too obvious.
What are you talking about? Oh, when the people were breaking their necks and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, so you don't break a person's neck?
That's not the point. Just throw a.
No, but I mean,
thing
when
down.
Hugh Jackman
Throw a
skied
body
down the
down.
giant one, that was cool, where he was smoking and drunk and stuff.
That was cool.
And the bit where Eddie does it
There's
at
all
the
like
end of
lens
the
flares
Olympics.
and stuff, and it looks proper. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a good film. I would recommend it.
No, because even when he's doing it in the, that's even animated and stuff like that. And it's just
I was caught up in the emotion. The chin and the CG
I
had
enjoy-
gone by that point for me, and I just got wrapped up in it.
okay.
Okay.
So
Would you recommend it to other people?
Yes, because on the way home, you didn't hear this, but I gave this film a good solid 3.5 stars. Because it's not a 3-star film. It's obviously not.
That's a 4-star film then?
No, because it wasn't.
There's
quite,
no in between.
It didn't quite hit 4 stars for me.
Where did you draw the line? Was it a 3.25? 3.25?
No, that's ridiculous.
Is it 3 or 4 out of 5?
Neither. I
3
can't.
or 4?
I really can't. It's slam right in the middle. Honestly,
I would say 4.
Really. Exactly. 4 is too high for this film.
Well, it's fine. It's around a 3 or a 4.
Let's just give it the half.
Makes no sense.
Let's just stick to the half because I really can't classify it as 3 or 4.
Is it good or brilliant?
It's all right.
Is it good or brilliant?
No, it's all right.
So good.
No, it's better than good.
So it's
but
brilliant.
It's not as good as brilliant.
No, you're being pedantic.
No.
Bye, everyone.
I just know what words mean and numbers. 3.5. What's 3?
Bye.